Last time I took this fuel rail off, I freaking mangled this thing. There's O-rings over here that probably should be replaced. What else? I think it's already starting to stretch on me, is it? Yeah, it is. Every time I do this, it freaking gets fucked up. These were a bitch to get out years ago. And this, I replaced this not too long ago, this little map sensor seal, and it's already like this baked. And I mean, it probably has like literally maybe like 3,000, no, maybe like 5,000 miles on it or something. But that's been this hot freaking miles sitting around. Everything is just baked on this thing, and you just come right apart. Like literally every fucking connector. That's what the couple times I used this car and how hot it was here. It just sticks together. You never have these problems in the North Country. But we're just going to prime our fuel pump. We're going to take this off. We're going to see which injector leaks, because the Bosch 3s, yes, they might go on sale or whatever tomorrow for a reman set, but the problem is that I believe they're going to need tuning. I think they're going to need tuning. They're not going to work like these will. And I don't freaking know if I want to tune. I just want to figure out if I have a freaking leaker, which I think I do. And with that, I can figure it out. I have all new O-rings and shit. They might have O-rings for this too in my Horde. I just don't know. Let's say made in Canada. Don't made in USA. Well, you don't see that anymore in your cars. Wow. No, it's all made in China. See, they freaking got a stick. So let me turn this off, get these connectors off. Yeah, last time I somehow stretched this thing out and yeah, like bent up these brackets and shit. I don't even know how the hell I did it. It was just being too rough. These things are really stuck on here again. Found a trick. You can just barely get a pry bar in between here. So you get it between there, you give it a yank, and then you try to get this corner from this way, give it a yank. Go in over here, up, and over here, up, small, snap off. And that's what gets it up without stretching it. And I didn't stretch it. Already got two out of the hole. And I can lift it back out. Excellent. You don't destroy it like I did last time. Oh, so this car like one step away from having a fire. I think these O-rings just let go on this fuel line. I picked it up and I hear it go psh, and it's all wet around it. All wet around here with fuel. Wow, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? Was that bad? It's not leaking over here around it. I don't think it is anyway. I hope not. I don't know. That is not good. We have a fucking fuel leak over there now. Fuck. I hate this car. That was about to go though. If I just moved that and not disturbed like that, I would have fucking went on fire on the goddamn road. That's how they go on fire. I don't need this headache in this garage. I just want to leave my own fucking house. I bet if I turn the fuel on, it's going to leak out of one of those connections. It shouldn't piss like that if when you're moving it around. Yeah, that's my fuel test rig. Yeah, I don't know what's up with those O-rings. They kind of looked okay, but I don't like that. It seems like a little bit of fuel was coming out and I was rocking around that one. It probably needs a new O-ring set. I don't know, fuel could just be gushing out of this mother effer now. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I really don't. I want to do something, man. I don't know, if this keeps up with this attitude, I think I'm just gonna really just get rid of everything. Oh, this fuel pump sounds terrible. Sounds like it's dead, this fuel pump. Dude, this fuel pump sounds dead. It probably is. Any leakers? Not yet. No leakers yet. Oh, there's one leaking. You see in the back? Look at it. What's the spot? It's leaking. See it? See it? That one's leaking. I knew I had a leaker. Hope we got one in the front leaking. Look at that. That one's leaking. Wow, dude. You see, I got leaking freaking injectors on this shit. That's why the gas fills up. Hear that fuel pump? Sounds fucking terrible. I should really just get a pump for this thing. And is this pissing out gas over here? That might be. It might be pissing out gas. Those two O-rings. That's nice. Two O-rings pissing out gas and those connections. Oh, what else we got going now? You see that one and that one? We got two leaking. We got this front one and the back one's leaking. That's two. The rest seem to be holding. I knew I had leaking injectors, you see? I knew it. So that's a valid test, how to check your LT1 injectors, see if they're leaking down. They can't hold residual pressure. Yeah. Awesome. I knew about two were leaking, that was my guess. Give this by two injectors. I don't know. This fuel pump sounds fucking terrible. I'm gonna have to flip my cardboard. And I gotta find my my kit for those things. We have to go re-O-ring those two ones. I need to do research on that. I should really place the O-rings over there and there as well. That's amazing. Let's go pick it up again. Yeah, the back one's definitely leaking. This one and that one. This one and that one. Interesting. Yeah, this back one definitely leaks. This one's really bad. This one a little bit. There it is again, dripping. Might be this one too leaking. I don't know. Can you see? Oh, you see the fuel on that one? You see it? You see it just dribbling out? You see it visibly leaking on that one. Want to freaking spray some cleaner in there. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. This a little bit of leaking. So we got multiple ones that are leaking. This one looks okay. That one looks dry. These two a little bit of fuel leakage. This one definitely fuel leakage. I can't get a good look. We have multiple leaking injectors. Wow, dude. This one a little bit next to it. Not too bad though. That looks dry and that looks dry. We got like, so it's like 1, 2. We got like 4 leaking injectors. Fuck. Some are worse than others. Yeah, that one's definitely leaking. Wow. I wonder if we get these cleaned, would that even, I don't even know. I don't know. That's our issue. That's why our fuel economy has been shit for years. We should have did this years ago. But that's a good thing. Tune up, because or else this is going to really go on fire. I think this is leaking into this connector fuel as well. And that O-ring pack. We gotta pick that out. We need a little gun cleaning kit. I think they have O-rings or whatever. Let's try it like that though. See if we get some shit bubbling up now. I should just use the fuel pump test connector and just jump that, which I might. That's interesting though. We finally wanted to do that for like 2 months. It's been a little cooler out. So we finally got it going. I don't know, what do you think? Bosch 3s, and we're gonna have to like fucking tune this thing, or just run it and hope for the best. That definitely leaking. 47,000 miles. It doesn't matter how many miles are on it. People buy these stupid cars with 1,000 miles. They're all over the place still. I don't know what the fuck's the point when We're all gonna need the same thing. It's stupid paying extra money. Really, it's kind of just the end of the road for these things. I want to believe it or not. Jumping at you, hear it? Let's see if I hear anything coming out of it too. I don't know, it seems like a really intermittent issue with this car anyway. How it would crank weird and stuff. But definitely, I think they should be tied up like that. Oh, that's not good. At least it's grounding on that. Short that up. Got 12 volts hot right here. Disconnect that. Dangerous. That sucks. This is wet again over here, is it? No, it's not. No, it seems to be sealing up now, but I don't trust those O-rings. I need to find that pack. That sucks. So multi-techs or Bosch 3s and possibly need tuning. See that fuel coming out of there though? See, it's just pulling. And that's why this oil, this reeks like gasoline for years now. Just gonna keep leaving those like that. Space them out. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Yeah, this was a good plan. My friend just told me about this. Put it on cardboard. I was going to put them in baggies and stuff. It's like, no, just rest them on cardboard. He was smart. Good tip. That's how you check it though on an LT1. Take your fuel rails off with the injectors. You do not need to connect them. You can connect them. If I had like a, would be cool if I get one of these connectors from the junkyard and just put a little switch on it. So I can just keep on tapping it. Or maybe I can make something more high tech and get something that actually like a little module or something that just keeps on pulsing at a certain time with like a little what the fuck are those things called, little things you turn to like speed it up or slow it down, potentiometer or something. You can make something like that. It's gonna be automatic and you can just test each one, pulsing it with 12 or what do these things operate, 5 volts or something, I forget. Maybe use for 12 volt, I don't know, I have to look at the spec. And that could also work. Alright, so let me just throw this thing back together so it's operable in case it has to roll out of the garage in a moment's notice. But let me just wait another hour and we'll see if we have any more leakers. While we do that Costco battery. Costco sucks, we got a fucking story on that shit. Goddamn white trash people. Seriously, man, no one wants to work with you in this time. I can probably ADA, American with Disability Act them, but probably won't get anywhere. I probably can. Yeah, still leaking that back one. Great. That's our deal, enough talking about it. Now, I don't know, we either do Bosch 3s, and they're loud, and it's probably going to run rich at idle and needs tuning. Or it might not. Some people say no. I think it's going to be yeah though. Or do something else. Anyone have the Bosch 3s like the Texas kid? If you have any problems, you do have to custom tune your vehicle for the Bosch 3s. It's like the block learn mode and your fuel trims that's really whacked at idle. I don't know. I know a wagon guy who used to live here. He moved out of here. He got fucked around here in this area. Luckily he got out. Different part of the state, I think. I gotta ask him. So I believe he had the Ford SVO injectors on his Roadmaster wagon. Let's let it run. Pressurize that shit. Pump sounds really bad, doesn't it? Come on, man, I want some pissers. You Maybe some pissing. So far we got nothing. Whoa, I just shorted that out, did I? No. Gotta be careful with these things. It is a fuse jumper, but it still messes up. I think I lost it. No, that was the other one. I gotta fix this one. Everything I have is ghetto and messed up. It's like Charlie Brown, big time. Have to, I think the only way to solve everything around here is just to completely start 100% over. That's kind of what you have. You just gotta spread it. It's gonna be just a total nightmare. So I really just have to fucking get out of here to a large area. There's a leak right there. Look at the little drip. This one's their really bad culprit. Alright. Let's go, have a nice day. Oh, it's funny. I cranked this thing off camera and it almost wanted to start. So does that say that there's actually fuel that was leaking down into there? Probably. They wanted to like bust over and like wanted to go. Strange. Yeah, definitely, that's the issue though. And I gotta find my O-ring pack for the quick connects. Anyone knows the part number to that before I have to rip through my hoard, let me know. There's like 2 O-rings, 2 different sizes, and you can rebuild those quick connects. Just pick them out, put new O-rings in, and it's good. And the ghetto wagon needs the same, I believe, on the fuel filter. Over here, there's a quick connect. These connectors, they all go bad. You can even have a little bit of fuel pressure leakage over there, but like nothing will really drip. But maybe like the slightest amount, but it'll fuck up the fuel pressure. From my experience. That's just me though. Alright, this is fun. Now we got a disabled car. Great. But our test confirms that we do have leaking fuel injectors. But where do we go from here? And that's how these cars go on fire. I believe that fuel lines, they leak over there, the fuel pressure regulator leaks, or that actually the valve core leaks on the test port, and then these cars usually go on fire right around here because no one pays attention to it. Right around when these fuel lines are blow up, drips right on the exhaust manifold, or in this case, these stupid headers. And yeah, not a good deal. Alright, injectors, shit. Maybe they can be cleaned, but they're still trash. So this is like an hour later. Goddamn, this garage reeks like gas now. Look at the fuel leaking out of this one. Look at that. Wham! It's pissing out. Oh, these things are, you know, they all need to be serviced or replaced, so I'm not even fucking with that. But now we have a fuel leaking issue at these fucking quick connects, so now we're gonna have to go to Napa or something, and maybe the kid, I think his name is Milan, this kid, he was like super smart last time. I was actually impressed with their knowledge. They were kind of like the same board of what I was thinking at the time. I was like, wow, you don't have too many of those people. Maybe he's there tomorrow, if he still even works there. And hopefully fuel's gonna fucking pop out of this thing. And maybe he has some O-rings or something that'll fit in his connections. I don't know what I'm gonna do with these injectors though, man. I don't know, should I just get the Bosch ones? Or, I don't know, I can get multi-tech for like $600 effing for all these things. I'm not spending that. Even new Bosches from that fuel injector connection. He sells the wrong ones anyway. Fuel injector connection, you look up the spec on them. His are like 25 and like something pounds. And these are 24, like I think even. And the other ones that the dude in New York sells, Rockville Center, his are like 24 or whatever. And but they're black. I don't know. And they have adapters on them so they fit. I don't freaking know. I don't know. That sucks though. Yeah, I need O-rings for this and that, and I need O-rings for that. But who knows? They gotta be Viton. And this sucks ass. That freaking thing would have went on fire. Alright, enough talking. What the fuck's outside right now? Someone's outside here. Now there's a yellow O-ring And then there's orange O-ring. The orange O-ring's in the back, and it's like one side's a little mushy. You see it? That's where a leak is. Apparently you have to take these fingers out, I think, as well. And get it out. I never did it. I'll figure it out. I really don't want to figure out anything in this effing garage, man. I'm glad I don't have to work on that side. You know, you can really get yourself in a bind here and just really F yourself over in this condo land garage. Which just totally fucking sucks. Quick Connect tools. Had those when I was a kid. Had my tools. I was only, I don't know, 20 maybe. Oh, that's what I got. I burned a marker. I just dumped fuel over the place. Feels actually not too bad, even if it's from April. So this one's leaking. You see the wetness? This one's really leaking. This one's kind of leaking. See the wetness? See, this one's dry. Dry. I'm trying to get you with the light, but you know, dry. Dry. You see the residual fuel in here? This one's wet. This one's wet. That's the one that was dripping originally. See what's filled up? Dry. Dry. Wet but not dripping. And this is dripping. So I had this one. All these ones are freaking dripping. 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 Dripping and dripping. And this one's like kind of doing it. You can see a little bit. And if again you cycle these things, I don't know if they'll get better or worse, but that's the deal. That's why the oil fills up with gas and it reeks. So that's the deal. But I'm sticking with it. I don't know, Bosch 3s. I don't effing know. Now we just gotta put some oil on these things. These like O-rings are like really shot. Hard as hell. Surprised they even still seal. But this is something that needs to be done as soon as possible. That sucks. Yep. 25-year-old shit, you know, what do I expect? And people, I just laugh at that. Like, people are still buying these things and they want old cars. Are you effing crazy, man? You gotta be crazy. There's a time and a place where you just gotta give up. Unfortunately, man. I just don't really want my stuff to die here, though. I want to use it still. I just don't want to be here. Alright, cool. Why do I got a piece of steel wool stuck under there? I don't know. All sorts of goodies. Alright, done. Cram it back in the hole. LT1, reeking like gas. Looking for my camera. So like years ago I tried to do this and I don't know what I did. I bent that connection, I bent that connection. I still have to get like better ones from the junkyard because this one, maybe not. It's still pretty tight. But I need the little ends. I just get so lazy when it gets hot out here. I really just like totally just give up. I know why there's so many like obese people down here, like health problems and shit. Not that I'm Mr. Healthy, not freaking at all. I probably have like major internal issues. Yeah. And mental issues, of course, because you have to have mental issues after you just lived here this long. It really affects you mentally. Alright, that should be all sucked down with their old shitty O-rings. Just reuse them, I don't care, you know, you got what you got right now. I have new O-rings and all this shit in my hoard. But, you know, it's pointless. These things squared up. Yeah, make sure it's all squared up. Yeah, I don't know. And some days I just really want to, like, give up on cars. But then I think, who's going to do it? Then when we're going to get into that, like, motorcycles or something? I get, like, a little, what's that new thing that came out? That little Honda Monkey? It's like a Trail 70 or something, but then I need a motorcycle license. And everyone drives like insane. I wouldn't want to deal with traffic, but that would be badass, you know, another hobby. But this basically just living here over the years, it killed my morale. And I kind of just gave up on fixing stuff. I think someone just left that comment. I didn't reply to it yet in the last video. Didn't you used to like fix stuff? Yeah, kind of. But it gets 90... You know, it's like 98 degrees for like almost most of the year. It's like 70 degrees in here now. It's still quite warm, but it's dealable. Find your hole. Just go put the 3/8 impact on that and put pressure on it, right? It'll find its way. You have to shine a light down there. Yeah, but that's the deal. Don't drop that, dude. And this sucks. 8mm, by the way, for you bitching and whiners. 8mm. And this thing reeks like gas. This reeks like gas. That's the deal when you take something apart. I always agree, put it back together because you never know if you have to move it again. I don't like leaving stuff apart. I like putting it right back together. It was good at that at the dealer. Kind of got annoying though, like he would like rip a car apart, find out what's wrong with it, then he would put it back together. Because you never knew if they were going to sell it or not, especially with the service advisor or whatever. I was just paid hourly, it didn't matter, like freaking minimum wage. But down here, it was really bad though, that was flat rate, but the service managers or advisors were really just fucking douchebags. Really like bad. See their own cars they drove, you could just tell they were retarded. I think way worse than my shit and older. Come on, right in there, bitch. Or fell down there. Probably get some shit in that hole, fell down there. I want to investigate that. Maybe it's another piece of steel wool fell down there. I don't know. That's her deal, let me pay attention. And we have to address this issue now. At least that's her thing though with the oil. But yeah. That sucks. And the ghetto wagon kind of needs the same thing. We gotta fix all this stuff though. And just get out of here. That's the plan. If we make it out alive. Me, myself, and I, no help. Alright. Why is that not going in still? And that fitting still leaks. Let's put back together. Damn, that pump sounds bad. Still a little bit of wetness. That sucks. Yep, see it? Still leaking. Need O-rings.